Hi there guys, and welcome back to the channel Machining with Joe, a channel where I share with you my journey as a beginner machinist. So in today's video I want to recreate these thumb screws that GoPro use. So these thumb screws, you can only actually get these when you buy a GoPro Shorty mount. Because of that fact, they're really hard to get hold of, and now being an owner of a lathe, there's no reason why I can't turn these down myself out of a suitable material. So that's exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to go through the stages in making one of these, and then I'm going to cut scene and probably make a couple off camera. And on a little side note, any of my long-term subscribers might have noticed that I've actually had a little change around in the workshop, and I've also made this really nice solid metal bench. Well, in a few months it will become apparent why I've had to make this. But for now, all I want to say is there's going to be a new bit of machinery coming to the workshop. If you want to have a guess, feel free to drop a comment below. But for now, let's head over to the other bench and check out these thumb screws and take some dimensions off of them. So I've quickly knocked up this drawing, which is a scaled up version of our thumb screw. So before we head over to the lathe, let's just quickly go through a few technical details which we're going to have to machine into this. So at the widest part it's 13mm, and down at the narrowest part, which is the threaded section on this, it's an M5 by 0.8 thread. So there's also a slight stepped section in it, which you can see here, which that steps down to 11mm, and at the largest part it's 6mm wide, and the stepped part is 3mm. So I'll put up another picture of that towards the end of the video in case you fancy making some of these for yourself. But for now, let's head back to the lathe and we should start machining these out. So I'm going to start off by facing off the end of my work, and once my end's faced off, then I can zero my DRO on the relevant references. So just quickly So just facing this off quickly. So with a nice clean finish on there. I'm now going to zero my Y and X position. So basically all I'm going to do is butt up against here and set my Y. Bearing in mind this doesn't have to be super accurate, so it doesn't matter too much. And then I'm just going to move it on and touch off onto my X. And with that touched off there, I'm going to zero that. So I'm going to take this 0.6mm pass all the way down the whole length, which is 27mm. So for anyone thinking about doing this, this is just aluminium that I'm making this out of. Just because they're only thumb screws and they don't need to be super tight, and because of that, aluminium is perfect. So coming up to 27mm now, and that's 27 there. So for the next measurement, which I set out to be 11mm, I'm just going to dial in a depth of cut of 1.6mm. So this is 1.6mm off my original 0 point. So I need to wind this depth of cut in now 21mm. So with that in now, we're starting to get something that resembles a thumb screw. So now we've got our larger section and the step down. Next thing we need to do is start doing the threaded section. So we need to get this part here down to an M5. So to do that I need to take 4.7mm off each side. So I'm not going to have to do that all in one pass, so I'm going to have to do that in stages. So I'm going to wind in up to 2.5mm now. And we're going to wind in the threaded section now, which is 18mm. Coming close to it now. There we go. And now we can do our final pass of 4.7. So that's our thumb screw mostly laid out. Right, I'm just going to take some measurements now. So that's pretty much bang on what we wanted. This is now 4.9mm, slightly undersized just to make it easier to tap. This outer bit here is, so that's 13.1. So pretty close to what we wanted. We set out 13. And this shoulder here is 11.1. So overall, that is a pretty good shape and size to what we want. Now I've got an M5 by 0.8 tap here, which I'm just going to start that on here. So with that started, I'm just coming in with my tailstock now, just to try squaring it all up. And turning the chuck by hand, and we just wind this in. So the thread on these doesn't go all the way to the end. It probably goes about 3/4 of the way up. So before we go too far, let's unwind this and just make sure we've got some nice threads forming. Yeah, I can see the threads on there, they're looking good. So we now need to put a knurl on here. So to do that, I've got this knurling tool set up on a quick change tool post. So we're just going to run this lathe at a very low speed now with this knurl, and we're just going to try and knurl in about the width of the knurling tool itself. So just try getting that over the centre, and now with that over I can just slowly wind in this hand wheel. And hopefully we should be getting some knurls form on there. So that worked really well. Happy with that. So all that's left to do now is part this off. So I'm going to stick the parting off blade in there. Being aluminium, this is going to be a bit of a pain to part off, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Right, so I'm going to lock my carriage there because we're parting off. Running it at about 300 RPM. And just slowly plunging it in. So as you get towards the end when you part off, if you reduce the amount of tool pressure you put on by reducing the depth of cut, you normally end up with a little bit less to clean up at the end. There's always going to be a little nubbin on there, but if you're careful with it, you can end up to next to nothing. And there we go. There we have it then, guys. So this is the original thumb screw that I set out to make, and this is the recreated one. So at a quick glance, they look very, very similar. My one's very slightly shorter, and it also doesn't have the slot in the end to do it up. But really, I just wanted these just to do up by hand. So for that reason, I don't really need a slot in the back. So there we have it then, guys. A set of thumb screws, like I set out to do from the beginning of the video. If you found this video useful and you're thinking about making a set of thumb screws yourself for any GoPros or camera gear, then I'll put up a clip at the end of this video just showing you the drawing about how I went about making these. But for now, that's all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.